Welcome back to the broadcast of the Altibox Norway Chess Super Tournament. We are being joined by one of the organizers of the event, Benedicte Westre Skog. We will talk about this revolutionary format, but before we go into details, there will be an Armageddon thanks to the new system that's between Wesley So and Magnus Carlsen, starting at 7 o'clock local time, that is in 14 minutes. Benedicte, this is the first time that a super tournament comes up with a format that has never been tried before. How did this happen, and what was your inspiration? Why did you think that there should be a change in the format of super tournaments?
Well, it's the 7th year we're organizing this now, so and we always had top players in the world, so we had a lot of draws, and so we were discussing a lot about what we could do to kind of change this, because obviously it's going to be natural to have a lot of draws on this level of players. And so we've been speaking, I guess, in particular since the last tournament with players, with people in the chess world and community about what type of change we could maybe do to create some more action during the games.
How did you come up with this particular format where you don't bend the draws? There's no way to bend the draws, as it's one of the most natural results in chess, but you did make it exciting by saying that, okay, you can make a draw, but then we will see an Armageddon game and there will be a winner and loser in every matchup.
Yeah, so I can't take credit for that. It's really the founder of Altibox Norway Chess, Kjell Medland, who's the mastermind behind all of this. And
he's a bit camera shy, but we do give credits to Kjell.
Absolutely, he deserves it. But we were thinking, first of all, just to change the time control in the classical game. And so we figured we should have as least possible time in the classical game as possible to still call it a classical game. And that's why we changed the time control for that. And in addition, we knew, okay, there's still going to be a lot of draws. So how can we add to the excitement and also create it more TV friendly. So that's why we added the Armageddon game. But since we are on this top level, we decided to have a bit more time for the Armageddon than what you normally see in Armageddon games.
Yes, the players also mentioned that those who have played Armageddon games, it was either 5 versus 4 or 6 versus 5, the usual Armageddon time control.
Yeah.
Judith, I asked you the other day, but you didn't have many of the Armageddons. Not that you recall. The Grishuk game, well, Mr. Grishuk talked about that at the press conference.
No, the interesting thing is with Armageddon games that previously when I played in competitions, most of the players, your mindset is already on a shorter time control, because you play rapid games, which is 25 minutes or 30 each, and only after that, if it's 1-1, then you play an Armageddon game, which is usually 5-4 or 6-5. That's how it was. So I think it is kind of easier for the players when they are already in the rapid game and play Armageddon than playing this classical game.
Yeah.
But of course, the players has to have experience, and then they will say, I will be very curious to talk after the tournament with the players.
Yes.
Though, of course, it will influence their judgment, I think, very much, the result they achieve here.
Yeah,
sure. How do you see the feedback so far from the players, from the audience, from other experts of the field and the media?
I mean, before we even invited the players, we told them that we're going to have a new time control this year. So they were already warned before they accepted to come. And we also left it kind of open to them to tune into the conversation, and if they had any feedback on the time controls and so on, they could give that to us and we would discuss it. And so already before we even put the rules and regulations in stone, we had like a really good communication with the main players, which I think is really important, because we obviously want to have them here. And as soon as we told the whole world about this change, we were obviously a little nervous, like, what are people going to say? And we knew, obviously, someone is always going to be skeptic. And it's very different from earlier tournaments. So, I mean, we need to be open to all kinds of feedback. But what's been really surprising is that we have received a lot of positive feedback. And a lot of the people that were skeptic and really conservative in the start, and even in the start of the tournament, have changed their minds. So it seems like the people are really open to this format. And it's not like it has to be like this everywhere or in every tournament. We're not trying to change how everyone does things. Overall, we're really happy with the feedback.
That was my impression too on social media. I keep an eye on the hashtag, and
Yeah.
the discussion it's a very open discussion. I think people have come up with pros and cons always,
Yeah.
either the scoring system, the time control, the Armageddon. But all in all, what I see is general excitement for something new, for something fresh, that this is a chess revolution. And you're experimenting with the format. You are brave enough to make a move that has never been
thanks.
done before.
Yeah. And I think also we probably need more than just one tournament, more than 9 rounds to see what would the perfect time control be and so on, increment time. We need more time to get like proper statistics to see what's good or not, what can be changed.
I'm sure that the players will also give feedback on that. But so far, the players too, they were happy about how the tournament is. It's new. They seem to be nervous. At the same time, they know that this is for the benefit of chess on the long run.
I think they are curious about it, how it develops, and probably they have the feeling that this is probably not the final form of the changes in the chess world, which is we have a lot of turbulences in this time control questions. But I think they also experience and they also understand it's not good for them also to have these draws. For example, what we had. Sorry, I just see it on the screen. I mean, between Magnus and Wesley. So it is not satisfying for the players also to play a draw which is very soft, not too much interesting happenings during the game. But they both know that they will have to have a show in the next one.
And what I've seen too is that some of these players, they like to be challenged as well, because it is a new
Including the world
challenge.
champion.
Exactly. So even for the classical game, it's a lot of pressure with the time control, and I think they're really up for the challenge.
That's how it seems to us, and you as organizers are up for the challenge. But I think what people may not see from the outside, that this is not it takes a week or two to organize. You are working on this event the whole year.
Yes, it definitely takes a whole year to prepare. Even though we've done it for many years now, we have a lot of experience and so on, but we definitely need to improve ourselves and from each year and so on. That's only natural, but also because we are a private organizer, and we do need to follow up on all of our fantastic sponsors and make sure we have new ones, and just give them what they are expecting from us professionally in return. So
you had the Norway Summit also at the very beginning of the tournament. Why do you feel important to have other very nice and serious side events next to the tournament?
I think, with a tournament on this level, it already almost automatically has a lot of attention around the world. So why not use that attention from all these people from different sectors and different ages and around the world, and involve more people. So we've always had from the start a kids tournament locally here, and we have an open tournament and so on. And we've seen how many fantastic people in the business community around the world also have an interest in chess. And that's how we saw that link and felt, okay, we should probably do something to connect chess and business, and particularly in technology, where we focus the summit, create something that gives more elements to the overall tournament.
I really like that addition. I felt like I know nothing about artificial intelligence last year. I attended the conference first last year, and this year I was like, I know a bit more because AlphaZero has been the academic paper released on AlphaZero since, so I was
Right.
reading up on AlphaZero, but
Yeah.
it still just feels such a new and exciting atmosphere to me to
Yeah.
attend the conference.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the people that come there, the speakers, they do speak to our audience not as really
Yeah.
tech people, you know, so it's more like we have everything from private business owners, but also people representing the government or more official entities. So it's a bit of a mix from the type of people and where they come from in the audience, but we all need to kind of follow the technological developments that's happening to push forward in all kinds of areas in society. And so we try to make it a bit more general and not too focused on the tech stuff.
We definitely enjoyed it. Judith was also part of
Yeah,
it this
we
year.
had Judith with us on stage, which was fantastic, with Mr. Arkady Dvorkovich. We had a great fireside chat there, and it was really great. So this year we really managed to connect the summit with the chess tournament, which was great.
Speaking of the chess tournament, the Armageddon will start in 3 minutes, so my last question was going to be that at the press conference it has been announced that the main sponsor, Altibox, announced that they were going to support the event next year as well. And we also had a couple of days of green screen filming. I was wondering if there's anything you can reveal about the future plans of Norway Chess.
Yeah, I mean, we continue to work, and we will be putting stuff out online to show you what we're working on with the green screen and what we do with our sponsors and so on. So we definitely want to be part of creating new things for chess.
Not
Keep
just
developing.
the format of the super tournament, but also the broadcast, the production.
Yes, absolutely.
So stay tuned for those news from Norway Chess, because you're gonna be surprised in a very pleasant way. That's as much as we can reveal.
You're in it, so let's see what happens with that material.
We are very curious
Yeah.
how it will develop.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
will
so
be
much.
great.
Thank you so much for joining us, Benedict. We hope to see many more exciting games in these upcoming days. And
Let's hope.
how the feedback will be from our audience as well. Make sure to use the hashtag Altibox and hashtag Norway Chess to let us know about your thoughts on the chess revolution that's happening in Stavanger.
Yes, please tell us. We want to know.
Thank you.
Thank you.